So all matches today from the bottom half of the draw, and this is the third quarter, and as you can see, the defending champions R32 and Sampan, they're already safely through to the second round. So he's a giant of a man, is Jesper Toft. 2 meters tall. Look at him. His partner, Magelund, follows behind. And here the World Championship bronze medalists, Gicquel and Delrue, so we're still looking at the Danes at the moment. So this will be a fourth meeting between these two pairs. And I was a little surprised when I was researching this morning that the Danes have won all 3 previous encounters. Look at that. The last time being the final of those European Championships last year. European Championships played in Horsens in Denmark last year.
Right. You serve which side?
So the Danes have won the toss of the coin and have chosen to serve. So there we are, that's confirmation of what I was telling you, how tall he is. That's 6 foot, 6 3/4. He and his partner, currently number 11 on the world ranking, have been as high as 7 consecutive weeks at number 7. It's their first appearance at the Malaysia Open as a combination. Magelund, he's 25 years of age, from Roskilde, west of Copenhagen. Wonderful Viking ship museum in Roskilde. Also where the Danish royals are interred. So to the French combination, who really delivered at the World Championships on home soil in Paris last year when they won a bronze medal. Gicquel will turn 27 in 5 days' time. He's from Tours in west central France. They're playing off their career high at the moment. It's the 21st week in total at number 5 on the world ranking. Delrue is 27, from Sarcelles, the suburbs of Paris. Won the Indonesian Open last year, which, like this event, is one of the 4 Super 1000s on the HSBC BWF World Tour. Umpire Kang Sung-young from Korea, and Edmund Lee from Malaysia is the service judge. Well, they've played together since they were juniors, the French players, so they will know each other's games inside out. And that bronze medal at last year's World Championships, I think, has given them a huge amount of confidence. Two finals in their last 3 tournaments, the French pair, in Saarbrücken and in Kumamoto, and then finished 3rd in their group at the World Tour Finals.
gentlemen, on my right, Gicquel and Delrue, France. And on my left, Toft and Magelund, Denmark. Magelund to serve from Gicquel.
So a repeat of the European Championship final gets underway. Gold medalists from those European Championships, far end of the court, Toft and Magelund, against the World Championship bronze medalists. Oh my goodness. That had a little think about it, but stayed her side. I'm Jill Clark, delighted to say that Steen Pedersen is sitting alongside me, as always. And Steen, I said at the start that I was quite surprised on the head-to-heads to see this is the fourth meeting and that the French pair have never managed to beat their opponents.
Yeah, that's a little bit surprising. Coming on as a new pair, Magelund and Toft, they immediately enjoyed quite a bit of success on the European circuit, or actually on the World Tour as well. And I guess it's a very dangerous attack, and the reach and steepness that Jesper Toft can get on his game, combined with the service situations where I feel that the Danes, they have an edge. It's going to be the first of two meetings between these two pairs, as they also draw each other in the first round of next week's India Open. And
that's gone long.
I think the French pair would much rather have seen a different opponent turn up next week in India. Yes. Unless, of course, they win this one, then it's
yeah, then it's fascinating again. But with the Danes playing in India next week, of course it means that Jesper Toft is going to miss the first birthday of son Noah.
Yeah, that's why they didn't play the Asian Tour last year, didn't play Malaysia Open.
Next Wednesday, his son turns 1. It's a wonderful serve, wasn't it?
Yeah. Normally serving really, really well. There can be a lot on-off in his game, Jesper Toft. So the progress of the Danish pair have slowed down a little bit as of late, which is quite normal for new pairs, that once the teams get a little bit of video material, they start to find the spots to push.
Perhaps not just tactically, as other pairs get used to Toft and his height. Perhaps whilst that's been a huge weapon for him, of course, that's well known. That's a strange challenge, isn't it?
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining.
But, you know, with such tall athletes, sometimes it's more difficult to move as quickly, sometimes it's more difficult to get down low, and perhaps other pairs, instead of just focusing on, my goodness, I'm playing a giant at the other side, have worked out some of the weaker areas as well.
Yeah, and it's unusual. It's like right-handers playing left-handers. There's not that many that are as tall as Jesper Toft. I don't think there's any actually. But Feng Yanjie is, of course, another one of the tall mixed doubles players. Chinese world #1.
But still 5 centimetres shorter than Toft.
Yeah.
7-2.
This has been a great start by the Danes, isn't it?
Play. Serve over. 3-4.
closes down that midcourt area so well, Gicquel. It's a second service error, isn't it, for the French pair?
Yeah, emphasizing that that's not one of their strong areas, the service situation. Brilliant.
9-4.
And she's got extreme problems when she's flicked Delphine Delrue.
I think that's at least 2, if not 3, outright winners with the disguised flick serve.
Yeah.
Already. They were only 9-4.
Look at that.
Service fault
Okay,
is called.
That's a risk he runs. The tall man. But it still has some effect that you can't rule it out. You can't be sure it's going to be called. The next time it might be perfectly legal next time because it's a game of millimeters.
That took a deflection from the net cord.
I'm a little bit surprised the French pair chose the near side here because I mentioned yesterday that I feel in general in mixed doubles the far side is the better side. So in that perspective it makes sense that they want to finish on the presumably better end. I'm just not sure that that goes for this particular matchup here. I think actually it's quite important for the French pair that they can play the backcourt with confidence.
Oh, that's super.
That's a beauty.
What a lovely shot from Jesper Toft.
10-7.
But then they might have sort of their thought process in selecting sides might have been that they wanted to get off to a good start, trying to win the first game over in Gicquel.
Get ready.
Oh, that's a wonderful shot too from Toft. And it really is a very handsome lead, a 4-point advantage here at the mid-game interval of the opening game.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
Ja, men det han har bare fået en kasse.
Well, I don't know if you managed to catch any of the coaching there from Thomas Goldstein.
Yeah, we got in a little bit late. I could hear what they were talking about, but I couldn't really relate it to where we were on court. So I didn't really, I wasn't able to decipher it. I heard this for Toft say to Magelund just before they re-entered the court that they're playing a lot side to side, which is, in my opinion, quite a good plan from the French. So obviously something that the Danes need to be alert of. Good work by Magelund.
I can understand a tactic of wanting to keep the female player to the back of the court, but I thought that was a little too passive.
I think so too. I think there was possibilities for Gicquel to just block it short in front of Jesper Toft. Wasn't the hardest shot from Magelund. Long.
So flat. There was a drive earlier that was really flat from Gicquel.
His general grip twisted a little bit towards the forehand side, Tom Gicquel, and it makes it difficult for him to get the right steepness on some of his attacks.
48.
Well, it's their 5th appearance at this Malaysia Open for Gicquel and Delrue. And 3 times they've been in the quarterfinals, 2022, 23 and 25. So they must enjoy playing in this arena. Incidentally, Steen, every time they've reached a quarterfinal, they've lost the French pair to the pair that's gone on to win the title.
Yeah. Well, they might have been the second best pair in the tournament.
They might have been.
There's a lot of strain on the French game plan here, because they have to be really careful to lift to Jesper Toft.
Gosh, that's good work, isn't it? I do like that final kill. Short, sharp movement of the racket head. You watch this from Magelund.
Very alert. Basically only covering the close net.
Well, at the moment, the Danes are outclassing
Absolutely.
the French combination.
We've seen already in this tournament that the sides has a lot to say, so that's going to be really interesting to see how this unfolds in the second game. Well, the first isn't over yet. 6 points adrift. It's about time for Delrue and Gicquel to start scoring if they want to take the first game here.
Well, he's been a little wild so far today, as this man.
And the thing is, I mean, when they are on the attack, Gicquel and Delrue, the conditions are working to their advantage. If they can be patient enough, if they can maintain the attack, avoid that the Danes can play flat counter-attacking game back at them, because the Danes are playing with the drift, and controlling their lift should be relatively difficult on that far side of the court.
Yeah, that's a much better attacking shot from Gicquel.
17.
Oh, yeah, we don't want to see that. French pair just don't seem capable of getting the shuttle past Toft in the mid-court area.
No, and I mean, there's been way too many that goes upwards like this one. That's simply not a good enough third shot. Let's see how the second game unfolds before we say too much about Gicquel and Delrue, but there's definitely some areas where they need to develop their game.
Wow. Well, that's one of the first occasions that Gicquel has managed to get the shuttle over Toft to the back of the court. And what a difference it makes.
It makes a huge difference. Not only in this rally, but also psychologically.
Nice.
13-19.
What a beauty! That's a fabulous shot from Magelund.
13.
What a way to bring up game point opportunities. Opening game. 21-13.
By Toft and Magelund, 21-13.
21-13 in 16 minutes. And they were right on top of the game from the very first rally. Looking highly motivated, Toft and Magelund. Yeah, scratches his head. He's got a lot to think about, Gicquel.
Ting fremad. Altså han ligger ikke at spille over, og der er en enkelt, der kommer over, og så trykker han ind i der igen, ikke? Og så kan vi justere, begynde at spille over, og så kan vi trække lidt tilbage i stedet for grænsen. Vi vinder forbanen mellem den måde. Det er det, kom så her. Ikke fokus her på nyt slet.
So the European champions, Jesper Toft and Magelund from Denmark, one game to the goods against the World Championship bronze medalists. Again, we came in quite late, Steen. I don't know whether you managed to hear what was being said.
Thomas Stavngård wanted the Danes to overcover the front court and the mid-court area. They don't believe that Gicquel is trying to play over them. If he does, and it actually seems like he does here in the first two rallies, then they would have to adjust.
Oh, goodness me. Another service error. First Danes team to win the mixed doubles title here at the Malaysian Open in the Open era.
Michael Soka, perhaps?
No.
No? Can't do it.
Your namesake, Steve Flatberg.
In Flatberg. With you?
With a certain Jill Clark.
Wow, he must have been fantastic.
You cheeky rascal. That's it, you're buying the twos tonight. Can you believe that was 39 years ago? No good you looking on Wikipedia for that, Steve. They got it all wrong. Yeah, she read the flick serve. She's playing well, Magelund. That is very, very alert.
The ring is stretching.
We could see that she's wearing a little GPS tracker. Can you see that on her shorts, on her back?
Correct.
That's an error on the serve for Magelund. Seems to me that there's a combination of the Danes tactically seem to have the measure of Gicquel and Delrue, and I think the French pair have a mental block about the Danes.
The thing is, Toft's attack is so dangerous to the French defense, which is a little bit
vulnerable.
Vulnerable, yeah, that's a good word. and that's what I wanted to say in the first game, but refrained from it because I wanted to see what happens here in the second. But the French pair, they're very strong when the game goes on their conditions. But when it doesn't, then their the basic mechanics is not strong enough. Their defense, their consistency in terms of accuracy in their shots in the battle for the attack is not strong enough to sort of counter the Danes' attack.
Another service error.
6-7.
Gonna make that at least 4 from the French pair.
Yeah. So that's strong by Gicquel and Delrue, but when they are made to play from a little below the tape or in the defense, then there's some problems with lucky netball. Of course, playing the far side here, you've got to play from above the top of the tape so you can utilize the drift. Good play.
That's lovely play.
9-6.
Landed well in.
6.
Well, that came off the frame of the racket. It was only just wide of the mark.
Good shot.
Beautiful.
Amazing.
Deep into the backhand corner of Toft. And it means that Gicquel and Delrue go to the mid-game interval in this second game with the same 4-point advantage that their opponents had in the opening game. 11-7 this time in favour of the French combination.
Malle skal ikke overhætte den her.
Code 1, 20 seconds. Code 1, 20 seconds.
Det er smart, at vi bare zoner ud.
Ja, men det er også begyndt at pumpe os lidt mere nedad.
Ja.
Serve 8-11.
It's almost a mirror image of the opening game, isn't it, score-wise?
Yeah, and the sides, we saw it yesterday, and we know it can be the case. There is a lot of difference to the sides, and that's what makes things very, very difficult. They had good control of the lift here, putting pressure on Jesper Toft. standing on this near side here, it's just super important to get the shuttle below the top of the tape, because if you push, if you apply power, then your opponent can push back at you and use that pace, and they get a little bit extra pace because they're playing with the drift. So you very often fall behind unless you're super alert.
Service over. 9-14.
Gosh, you can't afford to hit it short to a man that's 2 meters tall.
Oh, stays in.
Wow.
Sideways drift takes it in.
There's about 4 or 5 now. Aces on the flick serve.
And again, the mechanics and the footwork to that forehand when flicked could be better.
Yeah, and then clever block in between the two French players.
It becomes an attacking weapon, his serve. Look at that. Gicquel can't do anything constructive. And 3 quick points to the Danes.
He's moved his position again there, Toft, before he serves.
Doing it again. Look how stranded she is after hitting it.
Good defence.
Super deception.
That was nice from Delrue.
For the Danes, after the first flick, the defensive return should basically go just outside the shoulder of Delrue, because she's unable to move to it. Tom Gicquel will come back, but then the remaining part of the court is completely open.
Oh, the umpire just having a word with the players, asking them to get ready a little bit quicker.
Service over. 13-15.
Gosh, good defence. It's going wide. Goodness me, Steen, I thought he was going to hit that.
He was following it all the way.
Now just 1 point in it. Five of the last 6 points to the Danes. Ooh, he should have kept his eye on the shuttle. It would have been the first time that we've seen the shuttle land on a player's head or body.
This time she handled it well. Both in Delrue. Magelund, she can actually start it on the sideline there, because the sideways drift takes it in. On the left-hand side of the court from our view.
17-14. Service over. 15-17.
a big point.
That's one of the problems for the Danes coming forward, trying to better their world ranking. Magelund, when she's kept at the back court.
Service server, 16-18, change.
Yeah, once again, I think the French tactic there was trying to get Magelund to the back of the court, but Toft was still able to reach it. Nice.
Service server, 19.
2 points away from this second game. Gicquel and Delrue.
That's super work,
Wonderful.
not only by Delrue, but also in the opening stage by both the French players playing the defense against Magelund really well, blocking it in front of Jesper Toft and thus leaving Magelund exposed at the back court.
That's wonderful play. And the French combination of Gicquel and Delrue. 4 game point opportunities.
Service server, no
Placement of the smash. Look,
17-20.
right, Steve, is there a little GPS tracker on her shorts?
I think there is probably designed to monitor the workload of the players.
Still game point opportunities. So, for a third time in their 4th meeting, the match between these two pairs goes the full distance. 21-17. The second game in favour of Gicquel and Delrue. Good placement of that final smash from Delrue. And it's 1 game all.
Easy. Okay? Come on.
Continue à avancer, moi je suis pas derrière. Je suis derrière.
Tiden, ikke? Ja.
Og så ind og spille den af igen. Det er rimeligt. Vi sjasker lidt, når vi får væk.
Vi sjasker meget.
Ja. Vi spiller fint nok stadig.
the players back on court for the start of this third and deciding game.
Final game.
European champions, there they are, from Denmark. Toft and Magelund, having taken the opening game 21-13, got the World Championship bronze medalist Gicquel and Delrue storming back 21-17 in the second game. Everything to play for.
One loss.
Stays it. Oh. Goes wide. Not enough sideways drift from a French perspective. Break shot, the last one from Jesper Toft there, because he was being made to move a lot. Look at that. And look at the position Delrue is trying to defend in on the last shot there. That's very, very difficult.
That if the man goes to the front of the court as Gicquel does there, he's got to really finish the run.
He's got to at least play it so that he's defending his partner on the backcourt much better.
She's not been coping with the foot serve at all today, Delrue, hasn't she?
It was a little bit better towards the finishing part of the second game, but it is a problem for her, and it's the flick serve that goes to the forehand side, and just as the previous rally where she was made to move to a forehand side under pressure, that was problematic. Weak short, I think.
Wow.
Good play, super play by Jesper Toft. Taking the pace out of the rally.
Yeah, because it'd be fast exchanges, isn't it? And then flat over the net, just guided into the open space. Good awareness.
Intense rallies. Basically what you could describe as a dogfight between the two pairs. It's challenging playing such an important match in the first round where the timing is naturally a little bit off. Service error from Gicquel.
5 service errors from the French. Well, he didn't mean to leave that. He tried to play it, then thought it might be going long, but it landed in. There's that vulnerability on defence again from Delrue.
Yeah, and again, I mean, when we're talking European level, it's of course very nice since it's gold and silver medalists. But if they want to challenge the top 4 players in the world, then that is a vulnerability.
It's a good return of serve.
Play.
Good rally.
Oh, fantastic rally.
What a shot from Magelund. There's that change of pace again. Oh, that's just delightful. Little angle. Perfection. Shot.
That's the best service return we've seen from Delphine Delrue on the flick serve today.
From a French perspective, they need to get the score a little closer than this before having the better end from which to play in the second half of this deciding game.
Clever first shot, not a lot of pace in it, and difficult for Magelund to judge the reply.
Looked to me as if he wanted to go and change his racket, and then he thought better of it.
Going wide. Ooh, she shouldn't have played that. Over it.
It's gone long, and it is a 5-point advantage for Jesper Toft and Amelia Magelund as the players change ends in this third and deciding game. So it's now or never as far as the French pair are concerned. Number 5 seeds from France need to make a substantial comeback here. Yeah, somebody's using a flashlight. Toft didn't like that.
Good
It's a lovely shot at Hayne from Toft. It's almost sort of quite shocking for us spectators, isn't it, Steen, when you see such a giant of a man playing such delicate, lovely shots.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
It is.
But that's not what you expect, and I suppose as opponents you don't expect that either from such a big man. Oh my goodness. Well, it was ambitious shot to try.
A little bit of a resigning attitude from Delrue.
And that occurred to me too, Steve. Super rival flick serve.
This time it was a drive serve down the backhand side combined with the flick serve up the forehand side. That's a weapon for Jesper Toft. Fantastic server. Set up with a good return from Gicquel. Toft move out to his forehand side. We talked about that earlier on, about the need to make these tall athletes move and twist and turn. Ooh, yeah, there's a challenge. Good design was to have taken that defense in from Delrue.
Was wide.
One challenge remaining. Service over. 16-8. Play.
Oh, that's well taken. She has been sharp at the net today, hasn't she?
Yes, but also that shot from Jesper Toft. The combination, the awareness to play the cross net shot and then Magelund's follow up with the damage. He's grown in confidence, Jesper Toft.
Well, you spotted it a few rallies ago. The French looked resigned to defeat. is totally one-sided, this deciding game. And all credit to this pair. They have played well today. There's no doubting that.
Third server, 9-19.
So, with that error from Delrue, it is a whole host of match point opportunities for Toft and Magelund. They've done it on their first opportunity. 21-9 in the deciding game. And the European champions, Toft and Magelund, put out the number 5 seeds, the World Championship bronze medalist Gicquel and Delrue. 58 minutes, 2 minutes shy of the hour mark. But 21-9 in the deciding game is decisive. Surprised, Steve, at how one-sided that deciding game was?
Actually not. I think the French pair played really well in the second game, but look at the score in the first and the third game. It's just an advantage to have those kind of serves and that kind of attacking threat. So deserved victory for the Danes.
Confirmation of that scoreline: 21-13, 17-21, 21-9 in a match that's been rounded up to 59 minutes. So coming up next, we have men's doubles, and it's Arif and Yap from Malaysia against a mixed nationality pair, Choi and Go from Korea and Malaysia. Welcome back to Kuala Lumpur. Day 2 of competition here at the Malaysian Open, the first event on the HSBC BWF World Tour for 2026. Next up, we've got men's doubles, and Junadi Arif and Roy King Yap up against Choi Sang-gul from Korea, and Gulvi Shem, a former champion here at this event from Malaysia. So you can see that Alfian and Fikri have come through in 3 games. This is the 3rd quarter of the draw, and the beaten finalists from 2024.